Hey everybody, Michael here with OneGauge. I'm going to run through data logging options today and how to data log with the OneGauge system. So there are two main options for data logging. One is to use Torque Pro. Now I'm not going to go too into depth with that because there are lots of other good YouTube tutorials, and I'll link to those in the video description below. And those will show you a little bit about how to data log using the Torque Pro app and then how to email that to yourself. Now that's usually the option that I recommend because all OneGauge setups include a free connection to Torque Pro on an Android device. So that's a nearly free way to do data logging with OneGauge. Now the other option is to add an SD card reader and writer to the OneGauge hub. So the SD card actually stores the data on a physical card. You remove this card from the OneGauge and then you can put it into a USB reader that will plug into your computer and you can download the file. So these USB readers are, you can pretty much buy them anywhere, Walmart, any kind of place that's going to sell electronics, even probably most grocery stores are going to have micro SD cards and these USB readers. So when you plug the reader into your computer, what you're going to want to do is find your drive. You can click on your PC and your file explorer, and that will let you find the drive that is created. Now mine I've named OneGauge. You can rename yours whatever you want, but in this case I named it this so I can keep it straight and I know what I put in my computer. So anytime that you create a data log using the SD card option, it creates a file on this SD card if there's not already a file present. So there's my data log file right here, and I'm just going to take note of where this is stored so that I can find it when I'm ready to open it up. So the two tools that I'm going to look at today and show you around a little bit are DataZap and Flow. So DataZap is a free online tool. You can use this, it's very capable. You don't have to install any software, you just have to create an account. Now I've already created my account, it's very easy. You just go to datazap.me. It's going to bring you to the home page. You can create an account, it will send you an email, and then you create your password, and that's really it. So this is the main screen where you can upload your data log. I'm going to go to upload log here and choose this first option, upload English CSV, and then I'm going to find my file by clicking browse. Okay, mine pops up right here. If yours doesn't pop up automatically, you just need to go to your PC and find your drive that you inserted, your USB drive, and then find your data log. Okay, I'm going to keep this one private, so uncheck public. I don't need to put in any notes or anything, and then I'm going to hit save. Okay, now it's going to generate a log for me. It's very simple. Right now this line is showing RPM, and what I can do is I can click on these other readings down here to give me more sensor readings so that I can see more things that are going on. Now you see my one and only complaint with this software, it's really cool, but if you add too many things then you kind of lose the scale of some of the different sensor readings. So you have to be careful not to add too many different readings so that you can kind of see what's going on screen. So you've got your graph up here that shows your different readings. You've got RPM here in gray. You've got in bright green EGT2 and then in darker green EGT1. And then you've got your actual data table here which shows you your values, which is really cool because you can, you could click right here and then you can kind of scroll down and find your data down here. You can also create markers by clicking in different spots, and then you can find those markers in the data itself by scrolling through it. You can see what is happening on each sensor reading at the time that you put that marker in. You clear your markers right here. You can zoom in and out by clicking and dragging. Okay, so if you just want to see a small window of time, then zoom back out with this button right here. So let's say I want to zoom in on this high point right here and see what's going on. We've got RPM at 6152, EGT1's reading at 1133, and EGT2 down, oh, that's EGT2 right here, 1502, and EGT1 at 1133. So I can zoom back out, and then of course if I want to see different sensor readings, I can remove these EGTs. Maybe I want to see oil pressure and vacuum and boost. Okay, so that shows me what's going on with those as well. So a really cool tool, lots of different options. Really a good way to quickly and easily see your data logs. Now the other tool is a little bit more in-depth, maybe gives you a little bit more control over what you're seeing on your data log. So this is called Flowcsv Editor. Now this is a program you do have to install. So there's two ways to install it on a Windows computer. You can just type in Flowcsv in whatever your favorite search bar is, and you want to click on this Flow-Waveworks, and you can install the program here. And then the other option is to use the Windows Store, which most newer Windows machines have for free, and you can search up here for Flowcsv. And that's it's probably the easier way to install the program. It will have a little install button on here once you open it up. Okay, so once you've installed Flowcsv, you're going to open it. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and click on Flowcsv Viewer. Okay, so I'm going to open the window and create a new project, and then open my file, same file as earlier, same location. Okay, and now I have different, they call these cells in this program, but basically different charts for each similar reading, right? So some of these I don't need to see, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this log number, and I'm going to hide time. I don't need to see those. That gives me a little bit more room for my other charts. Now I really want to see RPM here nice and large, so I'm going to highlight this and drag it down just a little bit so that I can see the changes in RPM a little bit more easily. And then let's say I want to see temperature and oil pressure. Well, that wouldn't really work well. Let's say I want to see temperature and RPM in the same chart. I can drag that up here. Not a great view because RPM varies so much and goes to 6,000, whereas temperature is only staying in a small range. So let's drag that back down to the very bottom, and if I put it right here, it will create a new cell for me, and I can again see temperature. If I want to zoom in, I can use this button up here and click zoom in and zoom out. Okay, or I can use my mouse wheel that I have and just zoom in by kind of rolling up, or zoom out by rolling down. So same thing here, you can click and it will give you kind of a little pointer, and you can drag that pointer around. It will show you the value of each sensor reading at the location of that pointer. So here at my max again, just like in the other viewer, let's see, a little too far there. I'm at 6152 on RPM, 1133 with my EGT1, 1502 with EGT2, etc., etc. And I can change the colors of these readings by clicking on this little box right here. So that way you can customize the view if you want different colors for your different readings. Again, a very handy tool, a little bit more, I like this multi-cell view because it's a little bit more capable than the DataZap, but both of them are going to work really well for you to be able to see your data. You can export images of this. There you go, copy plot as image, and so if you wanted to save this as an image for later, you could. Otherwise, you can save this project. You know, maybe I want to say data log, and today is March 2nd. And then you can save that file and open it up later. So lots of really good options. As always, if something like this doesn't work for you and you need something different, feel free to reach out. Or if you have questions, our email is info@theonegauge.com. I'll also put that in the video description below. And I'm happy to answer any questions for you, show you a little bit more detail if needed. So appreciate you watching. Thanks, and have a good one.